Good morning, Menifee. Good to be back with you today. This is Doug Spoon with Menifee 24/7, and we have a special guest with us today, Gloria Sanchez. She is chair of the Menifee Interfaith and Community Service Council, and we've asked her to come in and talk a little bit about what this important group does in the community and some of the events that they have coming up. So, welcome, Gloria.
Thank you, Doug. It's good to be here. Yes, I'd like to talk a little bit about the Menifee Interfaith and Community Service Council. We have been in existence since 2016, and we are a faith-based organization. We have many representatives from different churches and synagogues. What we are doing is that the organization itself is comprised of faith-based organizations, but what we do is sponsor different activities within the city of Menifee, such as we just did the Menifee Better Together, which was actually started within the council by Lisa Sobek. And then we also sponsor what is coming up, the National Day of Prayer. We also are involved with the Menifee free Thanksgiving dinner that is held at the Senior Center, and then we have a Menifee Thanksgiving service. But the organization itself is comprised of different members from all different areas. We also invite anyone to become a member. We are a nonprofit organization, and we meet on a regular basis on the first Tuesday of every month at 8 o'clock in the morning at the Case Siniceto Senior Center. But let's talk about the National Day of Prayer. The National Day of Prayer is recognized throughout the United States as well as the countries, the different countries. Everyone is involved. This year, the theme is Love One Another. And what better time than to love one another? We are so excited that we have many speakers. So on the National Day of Prayer, which will be held on Thursday, May 2nd, at St. Vincent's Catholic Church Parish Hall, beginning at 10 a.m. and adjourning at 12 noon. We will be having a variety of speakers saying different prayers for different causes. We hope that you can attend. If you'd like to make a reservation, you can get on the internet to Eventbrite and reserve your space. We will also at the event have a brunch, so everyone is invited to attend. We welcome everyone that day. We want to share the theme of love one another.
So I think that there's no better time than now with what's going on in this world for people to just not worry about what denomination they're in. Everybody just comes together, works together, day of prayer, and there's a lot of other things that you do. Your organization works with the homeless, and talk about some of the other things that you do.
Well, we do. We work with the homeless, and we work with the shelters that is here in Menifee. We also try to reach out to any organization that may need some help and with different causes. But we also help with the community cupboard. They're one of the
Okay.
people that we always look out for. But it's amazing when you get a group of people that are so willing to give up their time for such great causes. And the city of Menifee, we keep growing and growing, but what we like to do is extend ourselves to the youth, to the seniors, and all people in the city of Menifee.
So let's talk a little bit about the Menifee Better Together, because that's one of the greatest examples of the community coming together. Now, there were what, over 700 volunteers?
Yes, we were very fortunate to get over 700 volunteers, and it's a great day to see how the families come together and work at different senior homes and in different other areas that we had. We expanded what was going to be done, and I think Lisa covered that when she was on Menifee 24/7 here.
Right.
But what we did is we gather all of the volunteers, we meet, and really the call goes out to different people via our council, because they reach out to the members of their congregation, lets them know the event that we're having and the need for volunteers, and that's where we get our volunteers from. You know, so this is, like I say, this council extends itself well into everything that goes on here in the city of Menifee.
Right.
We support everything that goes on, and we ourselves are volunteers for many events that happen. But the Menifee Better Together showed that as a city and a community, we can come together from 4-year-olds that I saw out there to senior population, and we're all
Right.
helping each other.
And I'm sure that that's just going to continue to grow. We had comments from people who I was surprised, hadn't heard about it because I thought we had publicized it pretty well. But people were saying, "Oh, I'd like to come. Are you going to do this again?" Yeah, we'll do it again, and you can come out and we can make it even bigger and better next time. Right?
Absolutely. That always gets me when someone says, I never even heard of it.
Right.
And I think, well, I guess you don't see Menifee 24/7 because you should, because they advertise. And thank you so much for
Right.
advertising all our events. But I think every year we get that, and then the following year we get more. And I think we're going to continue needing more because this year we had 50 homes to do in the core area in the Sun City community. And I think it's only going to get bigger. The need is there, and we have to make sure that we take care of our seniors.
So these are mostly people who they're not able to get out and do yard work or take care of their home, and they apply, right?
Yes, they have to apply through Habitat for Humanity, and then they have to qualify. Most of them are widowed. Most of them are unable due to illnesses that they can't get out in their backyards to clean, to do weed abatement like they should be able to, but
Right.
unfortunately they can't due to some kind of illness that they have.
Right.
And aging is always a tough thing to do, and so when they have a need and they have no one to go to, this is the type of program that meets those needs.
Right.
And we have more and more. We understand that. So this project, Menifee Better Together, is getting such recognition throughout the county. They really felt that we didn't even know it was going on. And I think having Supervisor Jeff Hewitt there really, really opened his eyes to what's happening over here in the city of Menifee.
Right. I rode in a car with him around to several of the sites and spent some time talking to him, and he was very impressed with the commitment of the people of Menifee. Now, the Thanksgiving dinner, that's relatively new. It's had, what, 3 years or?
Well, we're getting into our 5th year, I believe, but I think
Okay.
you're right. And it began with a telephone call I received from Mr. Tony Falco. Accurate Locators is the name of his company. And he had said to me, Gloria, I want to put on a lunch to feed the seniors, a Thanksgiving dinner, if you will. And he said, will you help me put it together? Sure. So he came to the Interfaith Council and asked if we could help him out, and we did. And what we do now every year on Thanksgiving Day, we open up the doors at the Senior Center and feed anyone who wants to come for a true traditional Thanksgiving dinner. And he has been such a supporter. Every year he brings his staff, his people that work for him, and they do the kitchen. They do all kitchen duty. Last year he couldn't. He had some issues, and so because of he had operation, so we had to man the kitchen. And so I again went out and looked for some volunteers, and so many people they call and they volunteer. And again, it's wonderful because the parents want to bring their children to see what it is to give back, and it is
Right.
just not all about a parade. It's not all just all about what's coming up after Thanksgiving, Christmas, but they want them to know the value of what it is to help someone else.
Right.
And we have a special project that we put the youth to, and they have the most fun because when they come in, they are given the chore and the fun part of putting the whipped cream on all the pumpkin pies. And the smiles on them, and they take it very seriously.
Right.
They really do.
Yeah. So this is a great opportunity for you. If you would like to get involved, we occasionally get comments from people saying, I'm just looking for opportunities to volunteer. So tell us again when the council meets.
The council meets on the first Tuesday of every month at 8 o'clock in the morning in the North Annex of the Case in Aceto Senior Center.
Okay, and if someone isn't able to make it to the meeting and they want to just contact you, we're going to put the information up on the screen. How they can do that, you can send a message, and there's always opportunities on these events we've talked about, and I'm sure other things that are going on that you can volunteer your time And we urge you to attend the National Day of Prayer, 10 o'clock this Thursday, May 2nd, at St. Vincent Catholic Church. Um, there's no RSVP needed. You can just show up. We invite anyone to attend, and it's something that's on a nationwide scale. We believe that it's very important. The city of Menifee and the Interfaith Council are very supportive of this. So we thank you, Gloria, for coming in today and talking to us about that.
Well, thank you for having me, and I look forward to seeing all of you at the National Day of Prayer event.
Great. Well, until tomorrow, that's it for Good Morning Menifee, and have a great day.